Next procedure is proc printto procedure. Okay, this is our fourth procedure. Till now, what procedure we have learned? Proc set init procedure, proc options procedure, proc delete procedure. Three procedures we have learned, right? Now, this is the fourth procedure which I am going to explain today. That is nothing but proc printto procedure. So, you may get an interview question that how to save our log or output files in our own location. Okay, so when we write our code and when we close our SAS session, okay, all the logs and output will be deleted by default. Okay, so I don't want to do like that. I want my log and output windows to be saved, okay, in my own location. So at that time we will use proc printto procedure. So to save our log and output in our external location, okay, we have to specify proc printto 2 times in our code. So this is a note. Please make a note that we have to specify proc printto 2 times in our code. Okay. So log and output. Yes, we have to save log and output, right? So log extension is .log, output extension is .lst. LST is nothing but listing. Okay. So till here it's clear. So you can see the syntax here. To save the log, what syntax we will use? We will use proc printto log is equals to, with single quotations we have to write file path location / file name dot log. Okay, we are saving log in our file path location. So options semicolon run semicolon. Again we will use proc printto semicolon run semicolon. So don't forget here that we have to use proc printto 2 times in our code. Okay, now next syntax you can see here. This is a syntax to save the log. This is a syntax to save the output. Okay, so proc printto print. Here we are using log. Here output we will write print. Okay, don't get confused. For output we will write print. And everything is same, but instead of extension .log, here we are writing .lst. Okay, this is our extension listing. So I have explained you right here. Log extension is .log, output extension is .lst. So this is .log, this is .lst. Okay, options semicolon run semicolon, proc printto semicolon run semicolon. Now, what options we will use in our proc printto procedure is nothing but new option. Okay, we use new option for override purpose. Okay, so suppose the interviewer may ask you how to save our log in our output window. So what you will do here means, instead of print you will write log, and everything is same here. Extension LST will be there. So you have to write log here. So automatically our log will save in our output window. Okay. I'm writing a data step here, data, and my data set name is a class. Okay. So by default this class data set stores in which library? Work library. Okay. Set Sas help dot class semicolon run semicolon. So this is nothing but my Sas help library. Okay, in Sas help library I have a class data set. Okay, this is my Sas help library, and you can see my class data set here. This is my class data set. Okay, so I am copying this class data set to my work library class data set. Okay, then proc print data is equals to, my data set name is, what is my data set name? My data set name is class. Okay, semicolon run semicolon. So when I run this, you can see, okay, when I run this you can see log in my log window and output in my output window. So when I'm running this, you can see output as well in my output window, and when I'm clicking log window, you can see here there were 19 observations read from the dataset work dot class. Okay, so but when I close this, okay, when I close my SAS session, when I close and when I open my SAS session, we are unable to see the log and output. Okay, when we close our SAS session, by default all log and output will disappear. Okay, so I want to save log and output permanently in my external file. How to do this? To save the log window, we will use the syntax proc printto log is equals to file path slash file name dot log, extension dot log we will use here, option semicolon run semicolon, proc printto semicolon run semicolon. 2 times we are using proc printto here. So go to file explorer here, and this is my folder, new folder. I am right clicking here, right click here. Okay, go to new, go to another folder is output folder. So first I'm typing here in my new folder, I'm typing log. This is my log folder. Enter. Then next right click new, go to folder, and this is my output folder. So I'm writing LST. Okay, this is my LST folder. So 2 folders are there here. When I click on log folder, this folder is empty, and when I click on LST folder here, it is also empty. So we are saving permanently our log and output here. In this folders we are saving permanently. So when I click on log window, this folder is empty, no? So you can go here top, okay, right click, then copy this file path location. Okay, then go to the SAS software. Here my syntax to save the log window is this, proc printto log is equals to, in single quotations we have to paste the file path location here, and then give slash here, slash file name dot log is there, no? Here we have to give slash, then what is my file name? My file name is class, slash, then class dot log. So extension is nothing but dot log here in the syntax, you can see clearly. So dot log, then semicolon, run semicolon. We have to type 2 times proc printto. So I'm typing here proc printto semicolon, run semicolon. So I'll select all this and I'll try to execute this. When I execute this, you can see the output and log, you can see like this with the 3 warnings. So when I click on log, you can see the class is created successfully. So this is nothing but my log. So we have saved log successfully in our external file in our own location. You can see here, you can see the size as well, it is 1 KB. So when I execute it again, it will display you as a 2 KB. So I'm executing again. Okay, select this and execute it again. So go to the folder and you can see here 2 KB. So it is displaying size as 2 KB. When you run, it will display like that only. When I am opening here, you can see data class set as help dot class semicolon run semicolon, then proc print data and proc printto. Okay, so this is first log. Okay, when I execute it second time, this is my second log. So it is displaying like this. I don't want to see like this. Always I want to see new log. For that I'll type new option here. So new, this is my new option. When I type this and when I execute this, always it will display my new log only. So you can see the size here 2 KB. Before executing, you can see like this. After executing, now I am executing this. After executing, it will display you as a 1 KB only. So when I execute this, you can see the size here, which is nothing but 1 KB. So when I open this, okay, you can see here only my new log. Okay, whatever we are executing, always it will display as a new log. To save the output, I am copying this and I am pasting here. So instead of log, I am typing here print, and file path location will not be same for both. So I am removing this, okay, and go to the folder. Which folder we have to go back? Which folder? LST folder. So here it will show you this folder is empty. You can click here top, okay, copy this file path location, okay, and paste in your editor window here. So here after this you have to give slash, then what is your file name? Class only. My file name is class only. So I am typing here slash, file name is class dot, which extension we have to give? LST extension. So I am here, I will not use new, okay. So when I execute this, you can see the output here, okay. I am going to the folder, LST folder, click on LST folder. You can see your output here, okay. We are saving our output permanently, okay. So when we close our SAS session, there is no issue. We can save our output and log permanently here, okay. Whenever you want to check, you can see here, you can see the size is 2 KB, okay. So when I run again, what it will display? My size as a 4 KB, okay. So one disadvantage is that when we using proc printto, okay, we are unable to see errors in red color. It will display in black color. So it will be risky to see, yes, very quickly, yes. And when we are saving log in our external file, but in SAS we are unable to see the log, okay. I want to see log in SAS as well as our external file. For that we use DM. DM is nothing but display manager. I have explained you SAS windows, right? Log window is also known as display manager. So DM statement is used to save log file, as well as we can see the log in our log window also. So which one is good? Proc printto is good or DM is good? So DM is only good because when we are doing work in our real time, so when we use proc printto, we are unable to see log here, okay. We are saving log and we can see there but not here. So we will use DM statement, okay. I will explain you soon, okay. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for 160 plus subscribers. I'm very happy. Now next procedure is proc contents procedure. You can see the 2 interview questions, okay. So how can we identify our data sets are sorted or not, okay. So this is one interview question. They might ask this question, or otherwise how to display descriptive portion of the data set. For that we use proc contents procedure, okay. We use proc contents procedure for validation purpose only, okay. We can print our data set contents nothing but our descriptive portion, okay. Data set contents are nothing but the descriptive portion. In SAS 4 types of member types are there, okay. They are data, catalog, view, index, okay. Syntax you can see here. Proc contents data is equals to data set, out is equals to new data set, option semicolon, run semicolon, okay. Out statement is nothing but it will create a new data set in the proc step, okay. So this is about the out statement. In data step, which statement is used to create a new data set? set statement, right? But in proc step, out statement is used to create a new data set. So this is a proc step, right? PROCK means it is a proc step. Okay, proc step begins with the keyword proc, data step begins with the keyword data. In the earlier only I have explained you. If you have not watched my videos, just go through my videos of the topic SAS basics. Okay, now by default it display alphabetic list of variables and attributes. When we run this syntax, by default it will display alphabetic list of variables and attributes only. Okay, so we use three options here. Okay, here options are there, no? What options we will use? We use the three options. Now you can see those three options here: varnam, position, short. These are the three options here. So you can see here varnam is nothing but variable number. Okay, we can display variables as variable in creation order. Okay, so proc contains data is equals to data set varnam semicolon run semicolon. So here my option is varnam. So it will display variables in creation order. Now position displays both alphabetic list of variables and attributes and variables in creation order. So by default it will display alphabetic list, right? And when we use this varnam, what it will print? It will print only the variable in creation order. But I want this one and this one. So what option we will use? We use the position option. So it will display both alphabetic list of variables and attributes and variables in creation order. So you can see the syntax here. Proc contains data is equals to data set, then position semicolon run semicolon. Now this is a third option, nothing but a short. So displays only variable name in alphabetic list. Only variable name, suppose var1, var2, var3 like that. So you can see the syntax one. Proc contains data is equals to data set, short option we are writing semicolon. So here, okay, to display variable name in variable creation order, we use this syntax to proc contains data is equals to data set, short variable num varnam semicolon. Then to display both, okay, alphabetic and this variable creation order, we use this syntax. Proc contains data is equals to data set, short position semicolon run semicolon. So one interview question they might ask, how to check library data set path location. Okay, we have to say both, that to check library path location in data step and in the proc step we have to say these two things. Otherwise they might ask how to find the path location in data step and proc step. So at that time we have to say these two only, right? So in data step we use path name function to identify path location. So syntax, you can see path name, okay, in the parenthesis you have to use the lib name with the single quotes. Okay, you can see the example as well. We have to say the example as well. Data AB is my data set name semicolon, X is equals to path name in the parenthesis with single quotes. I am writing which library? Work library. So semicolon run semicolon. So proc print data is equals to AB semicolon run semicolon. So okay, in proc step we use proc contains procedure. Proc contains data is equals to data set name semicolon run semicolon. So by default it will display all the contents of the data set. Now in proc contains procedure, what contents it display in output? You can see library name. In our output you can see library name, data set name, engine is nothing but version 9 engine, okay, mem type data or catalog or view, okay, creation date, modification date, number of observations, number of variables, observations length, deleted observations, compress is equals to, if it is compress no, sorted, everything it will display. One more question is there, that in proc contents procedure, what contents it will display in the output. So in output what contents it will display. So here library name, what it will display? Library name, dataset name, engine. Okay, version 9. By default it will display engine version 9, mem type data, otherwise catalog or view it will display. Next is creation date, modification date, number of observations, number of variables, indexes, and observation length. Observation length by default it is 8. Okay, so of observations I'm writing here. If you have 5 observations, then my length, observation length is 8. So 5 into 8, what will be the answer? 5 into 8 answer will be 5 is 40. So it will give you the 40 as answer. Okay, so it will give observation length is equals to 40. So deleted observation, if you delete observation or data set, it will show you. If you are not deleting, it will display as 0. Okay, compress, by default compress is no. Okay, and sorted, if you have sorted the data set, then it will display as yes. If you have not sorted, then it will say no. Okay, now I'll explain proc content. Data AB semicolon, input MPC semicolon, cards semicolon, 10 20 30 semicolon, run semicolon, proc print data is equals to my data set name is AB semicolon, run semicolon. So this is the simple data set I have created. So I'm running this. Okay, you can see the output clearly here. So what is the, why we will use proc content, we will see. Proc, when we use proc content, what will happen? You can see that proc content data is equals to data set name. Data set name is AB. So when I run this, procedure content not found, it is saying. What it is saying? Procedure content not found. Proc contains data. What we have to do? S data. Contents, not content. So you have to give S. So when you give S, then you can see results in our which window? Output window. You can see data set name. My data set name is work.ab. Yes, and member type is data, because this is nothing but a data set, right? Next, you can see engine version 9 it will print. Okay, create date, last, modified date, protection, yes, data set type. Okay, so label, this one. And here how many observations we have, how many number of variables, indexes, observations length, deleted observation. I have not deleted any observations, so that's why it's showing 0. Compressed or not, so by default it is a no only, so it will show you no. If we want to compress, we have to use yes, which option? Dataset option. Yes, beside the dataset name I will write compress is equals to yes. In the first dataset options in SAS topic, go to playlist and you can see why I have used compressed. Okay, then sorted, my data is sorted or not, it will show you like this. So you can see here engine host dependent information here, and by default it will print alphabetic list of variables and attributes here. So variable type length. Okay, so these are my variables, but first I have given M, then next P, then next C, but alphabetic wise it will print the variable names here. So first C will come, then M, then P. Okay, so length is 8 bytes. By default length is 8 bytes. One interview question will be asked that how to identify file path location. By using proc contents procedure, we can identify file path location. You can see here this is. So in data step we use a path name function. So how to do this? You can say the example as well. Data AS is my data set name, semicolon, X is equals to path name, in parenthesis we have to write library name. My library name is work here, so in single quotations we have to use this semicolon, run semicolon. So proc print data is equals to AS, semicolon, run semicolon. When I execute this, you can see the file path location in your output window. So this is nothing but file path location. Okay. Proc step, we use proc contents procedure. So when I execute this, you can see the file path location in our output window. So this is nothing but file path. So when I execute proc contents, by default it is displaying alphabetic list of variables and attributes, right? So this is an alphabetic list. I want my variables to be printed MPC, not CMP. So for that I'll write one option, okay, that is nothing but a varnam option. Varnam is nothing but variable number, so it will display variables in creation order when I execute this. So when I execute this one, you can see MPC. So my first variable is M, second variable is P, third variable is C here. Okay. Another option is position option. When we will use position option means when we want our output to be display both alphabetic list of variables and attributes as well as variables in creation order. So at that time we use this position option. So when I use this option, you can see the output clearly. So when I execute here, you can see both alphabetic list of variables and attributes as well as variables in creation order. So we can see both at a time when I use this position option. So here the above one will be same, always the above one will be same, but so here from alphabetic list of variables and variables in creation order, this will be different when we use this options. Next option is short option. So short option will display only the variable names. Here it is displaying in alphabetic list, okay, CMP it is displaying, but in my input what I have given, in my input I have given as MPC. I want my output to display as MPC, so that is nothing but variables in creation order. So for that we use varnam option along with the short options. So we are using both options at a time. So when I execute this, you can see the variables as MPC. Okay. So next, output to print alphabetic list as well as variables creation order, only variable names. For that I use short and position option. So when I execute this, you can see here alphabetic list as well as variables in creation order. So this is about the short option. So along with short option we can use a varnam, position, okay.